Hey guys, so for the second demo, I'm going to be showing you how the blockchain slash smart contract part of my project. And currently I'm on a web-based IDE called Ethereum Remix, and it's a great website where you could compile, run, and debug your Solidity code. Now, Solidity um, is a coding language to create smart contracts. You could create Ethereum smart contracts on here with Solidity, and a lot of blockchain companies are being created, such as Quantum, where you could use Solidity to create smart contracts on Quantum as well. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the different accounts. We'll be dealing with three of them for three different views. One will be the patient view, one will be the stranger's view, and one will be the doctor's view. So right now we'll go to the patient's view. We want to create a contract. Now, what this contract is the patient's health records as well as various other functions to allow access or deny access to people to view the records or update the records. Now, to make the account viewing a little easier, I'll have the addresses for the doctor, the patient, and a requester over here. Right now, you'll notice that the doctor has no address because we haven't assigned a doctor, and the requester has no address, but the patient has an address because the patient created the contract. Um, so since we're in the patient's view, we could obviously view the records: John Doe, age 17, weight 170, etc. But one thing the patient can't do is update his own records. So say he wants to say that he lost some weight. So he wants to put it to 160. When he clicks update weight, nothing will happen even if you refresh it because the patient doesn't have access to update anything. Only the doctor does. Now, let's go to the let's go to the stranger's view. So now we're in the stranger's view. We click on view records, and the stranger can't view any records. Once again, I'll open these up for you. There's no doctor, the patient's ID is the same, and there's no requester right now. But the stranger can't view any records, um, and he can't update anything as well. So he can put whatever he wants. He can't update anything because he can't view the records to begin with. What the stranger can do is request access to view the records. Now we see that there's a requester address over here, which is the stranger, and there's a message that says access to records is being requested. Now this is in total control of the patient. So we go to the patient view, and the patient can view the message as well and see the requester ID, and he could either allow access or deny access. And this is going to in my code, it's a boolean statement. So false is for deny, true is for allow. So we'll say false because this is a stranger. So we click that, and if you look at our messages, it says access to records is denied. And if we go back to the stranger view, since it's been denied, he can't view the records, he can't do anything. It's the same, he can't do anything. Now say we go to the third view, which is a doctor, okay? Now, originally the doctor is the same as the stranger. He can't view records, he can't update anything, but he wants to request access. So we click request access, and we see that the requester ID has changed. This is the doctor's ID now, okay? So now we go to the patient view, and since we see the messages, it says access to records is being requested. We see the requester ID, it's the doctor. Now we say true. True. Now we allow access. Now we could see that the doctor ID has finally appeared, and it's the same as the requester ID because the doctor requested to see the records. Now we go to the doctor, and he could finally view the patient's records. And not only that, he could update the records as well. So say the patient is 1 year older. Update age. And when we refresh this, we could see that the age is 18 now. Say the patient actually gained some weight. So we go to update weight to 180. So update weight, and we refresh this, and it's at 180. Now, now the doctor has full access to these records. Now, we obviously don't want the doctor to have access to these records for forever, so because that would defeat the whole purpose. So what we also have here is a stop access button, and once that's clicked, the doctor ID becomes 0 again, and basically we could go to the doctor now, and he doesn't have access to these records anymore because we have stopped the access, and the message says access to records has been stopped. Now, if we want to take these smart contracts, this code one level further, we could go on to the Ethereum testnet or mainnet. This is where you could actually test your code out with real people and real code. Real addresses. So I'm on the testnet right now. You'll see that it's a little easier to see. You'll see the patient view, the doctor view, and the stranger view over here. And this takes a long time because each block needs a lot of confirmations to pass. But I'll give you one example of a full transaction on here live. So we go to contracts, and I've already created a contract here. You could see that the patient ID is already there, and the doctor and the requester ID is already there. So the doctor has already been assigned, and it says access to records is granted. Now I just want to do a simple transaction where we update one of the features, one of the records. So let's update the weight. Let's update the weight to 190. We have to be in the doctor view, so we click on doctor and then we click execute. Now we just enter our password and we do send transaction. And then you could view in your dashboard that this is our transaction that's happening, and we have to wait for 12 confirmations. Right now we have 0 out of 12 confirmations, and we have to wait for 12 of them. While we're waiting, I'll show you something else. So if we copy our transaction address over here, see we have one confirmation so far. If we copy it and we go to etherscan.io and we type it in and paste it, we could see our transaction live in real time being processed. You could see the block, and you could see the time it takes and all this other information. This website, you could see live transactions for the whole Ethereum network and each block of the Ethereum network. And if you go to your specific address, you'll see that right now it says the status is a success, and this is the block that was mined with our for our transaction and the time it's been taking. So that's just a really cool feature, and it's really cool that you could see it live. So right now we still have 5 out of 12 confirmations. We'll wait until we have 12 full confirmations. Let's see if it's been updating. So sometimes we don't need the full 12 confirmations, and as you could see here, that with the amount of confirmations we had, the weight has been updated, and it's just really cool seeing it live. And yeah, that's basically it. And this was on the Ethereum testnet. Thank you.